Well, from a young age, our next guest had to jump over the hurdles in life. Now, as an adult, he's jumping the hurdles of American Ninja Warrior. Here to tell his story of being a four-time competitor on American Ninja Warrior is DC Banks. So, welcome to the show. I should say welcome back, right? Because you were here last week doing a little modeling for us, right? Okay, so let's go back. Before we talk about American Ninja Warrior, talk a little bit about your past. I know you grew up in the foster system, and that really transformed you into becoming the person that you are.
Yeah, so grew up in the system, and it wasn't all that bad. When people hear that, they just think like it's just straight bad. But the guardian I was with first, until I was 11, was like my mother. That's who I knew, and she unfortunately passed away when I was 11, and then got placed in another home, and that's where I had to grow up at 11 years old. It was very difficult and tumultuous, and stayed there, and that's where I feel like learned a lot of skills that I've applied today. But yeah, so I was in there until 17, and then a bad situation happened, and it was the biggest blessing in disguise. I got removed from there, and I got placed with my Aunt Tracy, and she just saved my life, honestly.
Wow. And how did she do that? I know you went on to college. You played sports in college, right?
Yeah, so Aunt Tracy was the first person to believe in me. I never really had that before in the past, and she saved me when I really needed it by like just providing me like love, confidence, and belief.
Yeah.
And as soon as she gave me all of that, I just knew I can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's so important for a child, for caregivers out there. You know, sometimes a child just needs to know that you see them, that you believe in them, and they can do it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you have done it. So she went to college. What did you play in college?
Football and rugby.
Football and rugby. Okay,
Yeah.
those are two tough sports. I can see why you became an American Ninja Warrior, right?
Yeah.
So then how did this all happen, this Ninja Warrior stuff?
So football and rugby was something I chased after college, and I went so far with it, but nothing really stuck, so I had to eventually hang up the cleats for both of them. And I went through a period of just not competing or something. I'm not used to that, and out of nowhere, I was at a low point. I saw an ad. I was watching America's Got Talent, and it was an ad in between. I was like, I think I can do this.
Really?
And I applied, and how it came was just like magical, but it came the next day. Yeah, they called me and said, do you want to be on? I'm like, what? I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah. So at that time, you know, you really weren't training for
Nothing at all.
Ninja Warrior. So how did you prepare for that first time?
So there are ninja gyms like everywhere. We have like one of the biggest, best ones here in Pinellas.
Okay.
But there was a ninja gym out there, so I just researched. I was like, ninja gym, because I only had like
Google Ninja Gym. Yeah, okay, I like that.
I had like 6 weeks to prepare, so I'm like, so I had one session, then I rolled my ankle, but
Oh no.
and then it got pushed back because it was COVID year. But yeah, so I had a couple sessions, and then we just made it happen.
Yeah. So you've been on the show 4 times. This will be your 5th.
Yes.
So this will be your 5th time competing. So talk about some of the challenges and maybe which one is your favorite, the one that gives you the most challenge also.
Well, challenge just purely off of just like the cameras and like the lights and all that, like the anxiousness or whatever. That's always a challenge at the beginning, but like I guess the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But other than that, I guess the courses are getting a little bit more difficult, like getting more particular or like precise.
Right.
So those are the things like that I have to do better at, because I can hold anything. I can do anything like just easy, grippy, whatever that is. But like when you have to get real precise, it gets difficult.
Oh my gosh, is this you that we're looking at doing all this crazy stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you think the 5th time's the charm? You think
I know 5th time's a charm. Last year, I don't know how I ended up in the water again.
Oh no.
But yeah, this I feel very confident about it.
Yeah. Well, you've made quite a name for yourself here in Tampa. You're a very familiar face. You threw out the first pitch at one of the Rays games. What was that like?
That was a blast. I went into it trying to throw the best first pitch of all time.
Right.
So it was just a great opportunity and just a great time to do that.
Yeah. And you've really parlayed your experience on American Ninja Warrior into doing other things. You have some brand deals. I hear you're doing something with the Savannah Bananas. That's huge.
Yeah. Can't say that yet, but.
Oh, okay. But you do a lot of stuff like that. So is that kind of where your future is?
Yeah, so just I love creating videos and stuff, but eventually I'll like just have a agency just
Okay.
to handle everything. But yeah, it's been really fun, just like working with some of the top brands in the world and just
Yeah.
creating like really creative things, and they
Yeah.
loving it.
That's really fun. So what is a typical day like as far as training goes for you when you're getting ready to compete?
So all depends. Like right now, ninja wise, we go at nighttime and we do like open gym, and there's different like days. Like maybe one day's like a course, maybe one day's grip. Everything just changes up. But just ninja right now and running, because you gotta be conditioned.
Right. So a lot of running. How
Yeah.
many miles a day do you run? Would you
No,
say?
just right now, just three. Just keeping it low. Yeah, yeah.
So like more like you like run fast though, like
Yeah,
you try to-
faster three, yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Well, this is insane. So when is it? When does the next season come out?
So we go compete in about a month, but
Okay.
I'm not sure when it comes out yet.
Okay, well we'll look for you. And good luck. I think this is your year.
I think so too.
All right, thank you.